in Hubei province in China. And as many South Africans there prepare for repatriation, other experts in China are also trying hard to find ways to get to people out of the country. The South African government announced last week that citizens living in the epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak will be brought back home. And those living outside of Wuhan city have not yet been offered assistance. But we're now joined by Nadia Meintjies on the line, who's a coordinator of the evacuation of South Africans in China. Nadia, thanks very much indeed for joining us. Welcome to the program. Let's start by trying to get an assessment of just how many people outside Hubei province, South Africans, are in China and are perhaps worried about being in the country still.
Hi, good day, Peter. Yes, there's quite a lot of South Africans in China. It's really hard to say how many of us are here. It can be anything from 3,000 to more. So, yes, there has been some concerns from other people who's in lockdown cities. We've been reaching out to them as well. Mainly the focus is in Hubei province. We've been trying to reach those people. In the other provinces, things are looking up and it's getting much better. A lot of cities have come out of lockdown. They really have the situation in control in other places now. So I don't think the concern is really in the other cities. It's still Hubei province, which is mostly the problem area, and the citizens, South African citizens there who have concerns.
All right. So how are you able to help them?
Well, what we've basically done is we've reached out to the people because a lot of people are not informed on the procedures, on what to follow, on how to get into contact with the embassy and which details they need to provide. And I think we've had really amazing feedback from the embassy lately. In the beginning, it was a bit of a struggle to get into contact with everyone, but everyone has really come together as a team now to get things going and to get things done.
So has everybody in Hubei in particular registered at least with the embassy that they're there in the province?
At the moment, we're not too sure about that. We're still trying to track down people. There are quite a few people who have registered already that have made it known that they want to also be evacuated. We are still busy trying to track down the rest of the South Africans. It's a bit of a challenge at the moment, but we hope by the end of the week we would get all of them together as well.
All right, so how difficult is it to leave the country if you're in Hubei? What are the steps that one needs to go through?
Well, the only way they can get out of there is when the home country steps in. And because there's a lot of red tape and, it's a lot of procedures that have to go through, it's basically a citizen on their own can't get it done because there's a lot of paperwork. They need to get special permission. It's not just let's go. It's a very long process because not only do they need permission to leave the city or the town they're in, they need to have permission to leave the specific building they're in. It's really a complicated matter.
All right. So at the weekend, we heard from the health minister that those inside Wuhan city, a special operation will be put into play to get those people out. Outside of Wuhan city, but still within Hubei, are they pretty much left to their own devices?
I wouldn't say they're left to their own devices because it's really difficult to say that they're not left to their own devices. We are offering them the support. We have a lot of volunteers from other countries, foreigners as well, that also started stepping up and saying, guys, if you need help, we have amazing teamwork going on at the moment with all foreign nationals. We're all in this together.
Yeah. Is there any way that relatives in South Africa perhaps can contact you and your coordination effort, perhaps to help you register people that you haven't found yet? How can they get hold of you? Is there a website that they can log on to?
We don't have a website, but we do have a WeChat group, which we can invite people into. They can go onto the Facebook page, South Africans Living in China, and just ask on there, make a request, and we will send the details to them. And they can also send their details directly to DIRCO. The addresses will be listed on the homepage of DIRCO. But if they feel they need more clarity in that, we are there to support them. We also have an amazing team that was made available by a group in South Africa with counselors. If there's anyone that needs any mental support, if they need someone to talk to.
All right. And are you planning to come home soon, or you're sticking it out?
No, I'm fine where I am. I'm in a city that has zero infections, so I'm not leaving anytime soon.
Okay.
I just would like to say, on behalf of the South Africans in Wuhan, they say, despite the fact that no one is ill or demonstrating signs of the virus now, they have full faith in the quarantine procedure and have every intention to complete the quarantine with their full cooperation. And they just want the people in South Africa to know that there is no reason to fear for their return.
All right. Nadia, thanks so much indeed. That's Nadia Meintjies, who's a coordinator helping with evacuations of South Africans living in China.